Cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
What's up, Cheese Squad? This is Cheesehead number 2, and I'm back on my Total War Shogun 2 series. So for this one, we're going to be fighting the same guy that was in my part 3. So actually here, if we see the flag, and then we do a little bit of back-in-time magic. See the resemblance? No? Maybe I should make it not black and white. There we go. So this battle did happen a pretty long time ago, as I have another experimental army here. This time I wanted to see what would happen if I added some really good infantry and kind of skipped out on the cavalry and bows. So I'm going to have 3 Naginata samurai, all rank 8 veterans, and behind them I'm going to have some Nodachi samurai, all rank 5 veterans, and then I have 2 light cavalry and 2 Boashigaru. So I'm going to be really strong on the infantry, but really weak in the cavalry and the bows. And then for his army over here, it's going to be pretty much the complete opposite of my army. It's going to be pretty strong on the cavalry with 2 Katana cavalry and a Dunderbuss cavalry. And he's also going to bring his general in there as well. And then for his ranged units, he's going to have 2 bow warrior monks and a matchlock samurai. And then for his infantry, it's not that weak, like compared to my 2 Boashigaru or something, but it is still quite weak. With 2 Yareshigaru, 2 Katana samurai, and a Naginata attendant. And he's also going to be a little bit sneaky, and he's going to have some Kisho ninjas. Luckily, he ran to try and capture the building, so I actually got to see them. But yeah, it's going to be pretty much exact opposites. I'm going very infantry heavy, with the light on the bows and cavalry. He's going pretty hard on the cavalry and bows, and quite light on the infantry. Since I saw the Kisho ninjas are very weak to cavalry, so I'm just going to send out my cavalry to try and kill them. But he is also going to send his cavalry out to stop me. So I withdraw. And his bow general is going to get some pretty bad shots on my light cavalry. Really doesn't help that he's moving, and I'm turning some weird corners. But he's going to get about 20 casualties there. Now my general has arrived. I'm going to set up like on this hill here. And he's going to be on the top. With an amazing firing angle here. He's going to shoot at the Dunderbuss cavalry. So normally, this is the problem with not bringing enough bows. My bows aren't strong enough to get enough kills on the Dunderbuss cavalry. So my Boashigaru are going to try to shoot at his Dunderbuss cavalry, but it's really not going to be too effective. 3 kills there. My general is going to get some good shots. I got him up to gold pretty recently. So he's not actually very high level. So he's only going to have a reload skill of about 25, so he is also not shooting very often. Luckily for me, Dunderbuss cavalry isn't only weak to bows, so I'm going to get a cavalry charge in them, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. But send his cavalry, which is way too far back. So now his Dunderbuss cavalry is at 30 men. So now he's got his cavalry at a much better spot than he had them before. A little bit too close now. If we see the range, you can see that now he's just in range. He would have been perfect, just completely golden if he just set up right here. But he went a little bit too far forward, but that's definitely better than back here. And he's also got his Kisho ninja over there. And then he moved all of his infantry over on this side. So now, he's going to be moving from his position on the shrine after he captured it. And he's going to try and move up kind of around over this way. He's probably trying to get his matchlocks a good shot. So he's probably going to have the matchlocks up on this hill. So as soon as he starts moving and he's a little bit disorganized and he didn't really set his line up fully, I'm going to start to charge at him with my Nodachis. So as soon as you see that, this Dunderbuss cavalry is going to retreat without getting a shot off. And I'm just going to charge at this blob here. He didn't really set it up properly, so he's going to stop his matchlocks to go shoot. His infantry is kind of getting in position. We have these guys, and they're trying to go around, but they're not going to set up in time. He's got some infantry units over here who are kind of just back here. Also didn't get to set up in time. So that means that his matchlocks are going to be completely open to attack over here. And this Yari Shigaru is not in Yari wall, so I'm just gonna charge straight in there with no dachis. He's gonna drop a quarter of his men right there. Just all gone right there. That one charge. And then I'm gonna reinforce them with the Naginatas. But over here, his cavalry did a charge in on my bows, or what was left of my bows, and my cavalry. And they're actually really dangerous. He did go pretty heavy on the cavalry, so I'm going to keep this unit of Naginatas in reserve, just in case he does a charge over here. And I'm also going to send my general in the melee. So now as the line is crumbling to my heavy infantry, my high-ranking, more numerous infantry is obviously going to completely destroy his. And his bow warrior monk, he didn't have time to set everything up, because I charged him so suddenly. He forgot about this bow warrior monk's position, so he's just behind the shrine. So all these guys here, not gonna line up a shot. His matchlock got completely routed. These are the three that are left of the matchlock unit. So his bow advantage wasn't really used properly. And his cavalry is gonna be stuck for a really long time fighting my cavalry, and then he's gonna fight my general. So by the time that they're done, my infantry have pretty much already won the battle. He's going to try to charge in with his general in the back of my guys, but by now, they're encouraged for enemy routing. So now, his cavalry have gotten through after my general retreated. I still have this Naginata samurai on reserve here, so they're just going to make him turn around, and he's going to go after this Boa Shigaru that has rallied and has just been firing from the hill. But I mean, that's completely useless. They only got 13 kills. Yeah, they did nothing. So we probably should have gone for a different unit there. And now, the last of his infantry are about to rout. He had to send in, so the bow warrior monks that were over here, with half of them being stopped by the shrine, his melee units are getting wrecked so hard that he had to send his bows in there to try and hold me off. So the last of his melee units on this flank are now pretty much gone, and he's pretty much got... Let's see what he's got left. He's got 2 cavalry units. This one doesn't count, because it's only got 18 men. It's going to rout soon. And this one is at half strength. He's got this bow warrior monk, and it is at half strength as well. A couple of melee units have rallied, and that is going to be his Naginata attendants, also at half strength. And then this Katana Samurai at a 4th strength. And they have a bunch of morality buffs for, getting wrecked. So he's got no chance at this point. Pretty much the only units that are still alive are ones that I've routed earlier. And there's the victory. So, if you remember from part 3 of this series, I said that the reason that this guy lost was because he didn't bring enough of a balanced army. So, what did he do about that? He doubled up his cavalry, and he doubled up his bows, making his army even more unbalanced. He shouldn't have tried to set up over on this hill with his matchlocks. That was a pretty bad idea. When you have such a advantage in ranged, because he had a high-level bow general to my low-level bow general, and 2 bow warrior monks to my 2 bow ashigaru. There's no reason why he should set up really close to my army. He should have set up back here, like he had before. And then for his cavalry was pinned down for most of the infantry fight. But that's going to be it for this video, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and the question of the day is, do you like cheese?